CES coverage sponsored by GoDaddy.com, the leader in domain names, web hosting services. New customers save 25% by using promo code CES25 at GoDaddy.com.
The CES coverage is sponsored by Luxor, Las Vegas. Get to the point. Rooms start at $40. You can go over to tpn.tv for the Luxor advertisement, which is the gateway to savings.
CES coverage sponsored by Audible.com, where books come alive. Listen to a bestseller on your iPod or MP3 and get a free trial at audiblepodcast.com/CES.
All right, so we have Mariel van Tatenhove, and we're talking about ValidityInc.com. Tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do. We need some sound here. Jack?
Need some sound? Sorry.
He's doing 70 things at once, so. Okay, go for it.
So our company develops fingerprint sensors, mainly shipping for notebook and other handheld devices.
Okay. Fingerprint sensor. Oh, okay.
Sensors,
so
yes.
those little fingerprint things you see on some of these laptops?
Correct.
Okay. All right.
So what it does is basically in today's world where so many people have laptops and access multiple websites with all these difficult to remember passwords, with the fingerprint sensor you can just swipe your finger instead of having to remember and type all your passwords.
Oh, okay. Great. So how long have you been were you the first to develop this technology? Or?
No, there's a couple of companies that develop technologies like this. Our technology is slightly different. That our technology is the sensor is separate from the silicon, and people don't touch a piece of silicon on the outside of a device. Our sensor is made out of plastic, a lot more durable, a lot more customizable, more flexible.
So they in this case they don't break the sensor.
No.
Okay, perfect. So. What kind of what notebooks are they in right now?
Right now we're shipping in HP consumer notebooks, HP enterprise notebooks, Acer notebooks, Dell notebooks, ASUS Tech, so a lot of the main notebook OEMs.
Okay. For those of you who don't know what this technology is, it's basically a little line. In fact, we have it right here on this HP. I don't know if it's your technology or not.
That's our technology.
That's our technology right on this laptop right here. I'll kind of, we won't be able to see it. Jack, can you flip over to that fourth camera? He's running around there once again.
Yes, I can, as a matter of fact. If they turn the camera to face that, I will set that up. But you can go ahead and keep talking while I'm setting all of this up.
Okay. So for those of you who don't know what that is, it's basically you have the technology where you could put in a password, or you could register your fingerprint onto a notebook. So basically you have the little line right there. And what you would do is you would run your finger over, and it would then verify that you are you. In fact, well, Tom just ran it over. It didn't work for him.
My finger is not.
You can try it, but your finger is not enrolled, so you will not get in.
Yeah, it came up with a fingerprint, but it didn't say.
And then
so when I swipe, that's me.
All right. Now well, we talked about how it was different from that, so you won't hurt the sensor or anything like that, especially if you don't use your password for a long time and you kind of forget it, because that can happen. So.
Well, even more with more and more companies now requiring more complex passwords where people have to have caps, numbers, different symbols, and change them there's companies that have to change their password every 2 to 3 months, and you can only use the same password, sometimes not 1 in 3, 1 in 10, and it becomes more and more a hassle for people to manage all those passwords. With this, people can create very complex username passwords. My passwords are all very complicated because I don't have to remember them.
Now, do you control the hardware and the software in that?
We control the hardware and part of the software.
Okay. What kind of encryption then? Is it the full?
It depends a little bit. Every customer has their own requirements for the security levels. So we have in the HP Enterprise full security with full encryption, AES, SHA encryption. In the consumer side, a little less because there it's more convenient cell.
Okay. You say consumer side. Do you offer this as a standalone device for?
No, in consumer notebooks. So we ship both in the consumer notebooks as well as in enterprise notebooks.
Okay. All right. And I forgot what I was going to ask there.
Well, I'll jump in then. So you also mentioned about doing web pages and stuff. So you can, if you go to a web page that wants to be password.
Well, I can show you because I have my whole password vault here. So I never have to even.
Can you bring up the camera for?
I can.
If we can kind of move this a little bit.
Might have to zoom back just a touch there.
Can you work that way?
So I just swipe my finger and my dashboard comes up, and then I can say manage my passwords, and you can see all my passwords that I use on a regular basis.
Oh, your secret passwords are there, yes.
Are there, and I can just open the website, and then either it fills in automatically the username password, or I can set it if it's, for example, a bank or something that is more sensitive that I'm required to swipe one more time.
Okay, what if you go?
I'm sorry. Will it tell you what your password is?
No, it will not. So I cannot show anything because we're not online here. But when I open a website here, it would then fill in the username. You would see the username. The password is just a dot, 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 dot.
Okay, and if you needed to change the password, let's say you forgot what it was.
Then I can go to manage. And I can say edit. So I, for example, go to the first one I have here. I cannot really see it. But
which is edit?
I can say I change my password here or show me the password. If I do that, of course, it will not show it because that wouldn't be very secure. It says you first have to authenticate that I am me. If I now swipe my finger, it would show my password.
Okay.
Which of course I'm not
then you'll be able to actually see the
password.
That's where I was getting at. So that's really
yeah. You still always have that cheat sheet. People don't lose their passwords. They can always look them up so that if you're on another computer, that you still have that backup that you know where your passwords
are. And you can still use the actual password instead of
absolutely. Yes.
Okay, something by chance happened to this plastic.
So you still have all the passwords. It's just more. If you look at my password management, all my passwords are different. I never use the same password,
which is good.
Which is good. And mine are all maybe 8, 10 digit long,
so
and they're complicated,
passwords.
Very strong passwords.
Right. So if you go to a website that, say for the first time, that wants you to log in or create an account and stuff, does this automatically allow you to add that to your password?
So a little icon will come up, say, do you want to add this? Then a little box shows up, you type your username, your password once. It fills it in, you swipe your finger, and then it's added, and the next time you just swipe your finger.
Okay.
I do have a question. Is this only with computers that have built-in swipes, or do you have a USB device that we could plug into any computer and use?
We have a USB device that you can plug into any computer, whether it's a desktop or a notebook. It just comes bundled with the software.
Yeah. And work with Mac too?
Today we don't work with Mac yet.
No.
Just PC?
Just PC.
Okay.
Okay. So Windows 7, XP?
Windows 7, XP, Vista.
All right.
Windows 98?
I would have to look up if we still support 98. But
don't use Windows 98.
Yeah, if you have Windows 98 and you want to put security on it, I think it's time to upgrade Windows 98. Where do people go to find out more information?
They can go to our website, www.validityinc.com. Or they can also go to our partner's website. HP has a lot of these notebooks shipping, as well as Dell.
Okay, perfect.
And as far as the consumer, like Jack was asking about the USB product, is that available in stores or on
It's
the website?
available on some website from partners. We don't sell it directly because we're strictly B2B. We sell to OEMs. It's branded with somebody else's name. Correct.
Okay. All right. Well, Mariel, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Take care.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good show.